If you're looking for one of the highest end power chairs on the market with 5 electrical seat functions, well, stay tuned. What we have here is a Permobil M3. This is one of the top of the line end chairs on the market today. This particular Permobil M3 is a 2023 model that has a little over 6 miles of total drive distance on this particular unit. It does have 5 electrical seat functions, which is going to be a 12-inch seat lift. It's going to have posterior tilt. You're going to have recline, electric legs, and then also anterior tilt. And it has the light package on this unit as well. So pretty much everything you can get on this chair, it has. Now this particular unit is going to have a 300-pound weight capacity and is going to go somewhere in that 6-mile-an-hour drive range when you're in a normal seated position. I'm going to go ahead now first and show you the electrical seat functions, and then we'll go over some more of the base. First thing I'm going to show you is the 12-inch electrical seat rise. This has an ICS box behind the joystick, which is an upgrade. Not all chairs have this 4-function box behind the joystick, but this one does, and you can control everything through here or through the joystick if you do not have the ICS box behind the joystick. Now I will tell you, you do have buttons on here that are lit up green. If they go to yellow, it means you're going to be at a reduced speed, and if it goes to red, you will not be able to drive. But you are able to drive this chair when you're in the elevated seat position. I think it's somewhere a little over 3 to 3.5 miles an hour when you're in the elevated position. Once again, when you're down, you're at about a 6-mile-an-hour speed package, a little over 6. Top of the seat to the ground is going to be about 34 inches, and it is about 30 inches to the top of the pan. The reason I mention that is the cushions are different heights. So if you are going to be here in the down position with this cushion, you'd be at 22 inches. To the actual metal pan, you'd be closer to 18 inches. But this is what you're going to look like when your seat is all the way elevated. Like I said, you are able to drive the chair when elevated, and it is going to be a nice feature if you are wanting to go walk with somebody, or if you want to just be able to cross a road, be more visible, have more accessibility to things inside your home. That is a great feature to have on a chair. Now while this is going down, I'm going to show you some more things. This is going to have a swing away joystick, which allows you to pull all the way up to a table and or help assist you when you get in and out of the chair, so you don't have any obstruction on the end of the armrest. Most people are going to try to reach back and grab onto the arm pads, and you really don't want to be pushing on a joystick because that is an expensive piece of electronics. But that can go on the right hand side or the left hand side depending on which drive configuration of your hand that you want to operate the unit with. Next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the electric tilt. This is probably the most medically necessary function on a chair. Electric tilt is basically going to be when somebody was to come and pull you backwards. It's going to take the pressure off the lower half of your body and apply it to your back, so it's going to help increase blood flow and circulation to the lower half of your body when you're in a position such as this. Now while I'm in this position, the lights did become red on the ICS box, so now this chair is not able to drive while you're in this type of position. So while you're also here, you are able to elevate your legs. Now I will tell you that the legs do come all the way up, but they are on a slider, so you will see when the legs come up to here, they will slide back in. But if somebody was actually physically sitting in the chair, the legs would stay out in this type of position. But just for the video demonstration, they do slide in because there is no weight applied to the footrest here. But this is kind of what you'd be looking like if you were in the all the way tilted position with your feet above your heart. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring the tilt back down, and I'm going to activate the recline, which is just basically your backrest coming back, so you can see this almost close to 180-degree lay flat position that this chair is able to get in. So once again, the tilt is all the way down. Your foot plate would technically be out a little bit farther. Now this chair would lay a little bit flatter than this. It is just a programming thing, so we will mark a note that we are able to adjust this a little bit so that it does lay more flat than this. You can get this a little bit closer to a 180-degree lay flat, but whoever was the individual had this chair prior must have had a setting where they did not want them to go farther back than this position, but the seat back will go farther back with a little bit of programming on the unit. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the back up and bring my legs back in at the same time. And then I will show you the last electrical seat function on this unit, which is going to be what they call anterior tilt. So anterior tilt is going to be the opposite of the posterior tilt. This is when the seat is going to then tilt forward. So once you're in a flat position, if you were to hold the tilt button forward, you'll see how the chair will start to kind of raise up some, and then begin to tilt forward. So this is what you're going to be looking like in the anterior position. This is going to help somebody be able to reach something a little bit better and or get a little bit closer to an object, and help assist them to get out of the chair with a little bit of that forward tilt angle. So I'll go ahead and bring that back down, and then we'll go over some specs on the actual base of the unit. So let me tuck the legs in and go all the way down. Sometimes when you do the anterior tilt, it does raise your seat up a little bit, so that was just me lowering the seat back down just to kind of show you what a normal seating position looks like. This has upgraded gel arm pads on this particular unit. Both armrests do flip up for easy access when you're getting in or out of the chair. You can slide board transfer from either side without any obstruction. Underneath the left arm, this actually has an extra USB port in here as well, so whether you want to charge your phone or a tablet or something else, this has the USB adapter as well on this particular unit. It also has hooks back here as well, so if you want to get any rear accessories like a backpack or things, that is obviously optional as well on our website that you can see under the customize and add to cart section when you're looking at this unit. Headrest has many points of adjustments right here as well, so you're able to really fine tune this to the person's size. So now I'll go over a little bit on the base of the unit. The base of the unit, it's a mid-wheel drive chair, so it is going to be the smallest turning radius of the different drive configurations by Permobil. You're going to have a 14-inch solid drive tire in the middle and about 7-inch caster wheels in the front and the rear of the unit. It does have amazing suspension on the unit, and I'll also mention that these come standard with 60 amp gel recessed post batteries, so if you're looking for batteries for this chair or pretty much almost any other chair on the market, give us a call. We ship the batteries right to your driveway within a few days. The unit also has 4 tie-down points. You have one in the front and one on the rear, and then you have the 2 on the other side. So whether you're using public transportation or if you have any type of locking system in your vehicle, you can strap it down to the 4 tie-down points. And I'll also mention that this is going to be compatible with a Q-lock or an easy lock system in your vehicle as well. So sometimes people use that when they're actually in transit. So that is obviously optional that we don't provide, but it is going to be a configurable thing for this particular chair. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn this unit forward. This does also come with amazing headlights as well. So you're going to have headlights, you're going to have turn signals in the front and the rear of the unit. So it is very bright light that will actually illuminate your path while driving at night. Now, once again, I mentioned this is a 300-pound weight capacity because it has the seat lift option on it. If it did not have the seat lift, then it's 330, but with this particular unit, with the functions it has, it is a 300-pound weight capacity. And we also do fit these chairs to your size. So if you're looking for this unit and you don't necessarily like the color or the seat's not exactly the right size, give us a call. Pretty much everything is adjustable on this chair, so we can change colors and we can also change the size to fit your particular dimensions before it arrives fully assembled on a pallet to you. But how this is currently set up, it is set up at a 20-inch wide cushion by about 20 inches in depth. So that is a good size. It can go out to 21 inches in width and about up to 23 inches in depth. So once again, 300 pounds down to 100 pounds, 6'5" down to 5 feet tall. Anywhere in that range, we can fit this particular unit to your size. Foot plates do flip up for easy access. They are individual foot plates, and then you do have calf pads right here behind. The unit does have 2 motors. One is they're each in the front, and they do these little tabs here. If you actually push both the tabs towards the center of the chair, it puts it in freewheel so that you can actually then maneuver the unit around if for some reason the batteries died and you had to push it around. But these wheels do always have to be in the lock position, your motors, to be able to operate the unit. So if you do go ahead and change those levers around, make sure you always turn the power off and turn it back on to reset it to be able to drive the unit. So this is Permobil M3, is a 2023 model with less than 7 miles of total drive distance. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this unit outside and do a little driving demonstration so you can see what I look like sitting in the chair. So what we have here is the Permobil M3 mid-wheel drive. You can see the really small turning radius on this chair for the overall size of it. I'm 6 foot tall, 220 pounds, but once again, we fit these units to your size. So no matter if you need right hand, left hand, different colors, different size seats, we do all that before the unit ships out. So when you get it fully assembled on a pallet, it's ready to go. Now top end speed, I believe I'm going to get somewhere at that 6.2 to 6.3 miles an hour. total driving, and then when the seat is elevated, you're going to be at a little bit over 3 miles an hour. I'll go ahead and show you that seat elevation right now just for driving demonstration so that you can see it's a very stable unit. But once again, this does have the 5 electrical seat functions with the headlights and the tail lights and the upgraded gel arm pads, which is typically an optional upgrade on the unit as well. It does have the swing away joystick with very, very minimal usage on this chair. I believe it's somewhere about 3.1 miles an hour top end speed. 3.3 miles an hour top end speed. So everything is reduced, turning, forward speed, everything else when you are elevated, because my ICS box, the 4-function box right here, is lit up yellow, so it means your speed is going to be reduced. But if you're looking for a chair that's one of the top highest end power chairs in the market for speed, power, performance, and comfort, I would go ahead and consider this Permobil chair here.
Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.